The Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, was founded in reaction to the Zionist terrorist attacks perpetrated against the Blessed Al-Aqsa Mosque in August 1969. The OIC is the common voice of the Muslim world. The OIC's raison d'etre is to save Al-Quds from occupation. The organization also addresses the common concerns of the Muslim world in various fields. The OIC deals not only with issues concerning the Muslim world, but also addresses common challenges facing humanity, including peace and security, poverty alleviation, extremism and terrorism, climate change, interfaith and intercultural relations, empowerment of women and vulnerable population groups.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
IRCICA, based in Istanbul, is one of the 6 subsidiary organs functioning under the OIC General Secretariat. IRCICA is the cultural arm of the OIC. IRCICA has the mission to safeguard the cultural heritage of Islamic civilization, promote cultural cooperation among Muslim countries and with other countries around the world. The idea to establish IRCICA was proposed by the Deputy Prime Minister of Turkey, Professor Dr. Necmettin Erbakan, during the Conference of Foreign Ministers of the OIC member states convened in Istanbul in 1976 and unanimously adopted 2 years later. IRCICA's logo symbolizes the harmonious unity of diverse communities brought together upon the cultural grounds under the umbrella of the crescent. The abbreviation IRCICA consists of the initials of the words Islamic, Research, Center, History, Culture and Arts in its name arranged for ease of pronunciation. Part of the Quranic verse, O mankind, we created you all from a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another, is adopted by IRCICA as its motto. The OIC strategy of action is drawn by the Islamic Summit Conference and implemented by the Council of Foreign Ministers of the member states. The Centre's annual work programs prepared by the Governing Board and the Directorate General are adopted by the Islamic Commission for Economic, Cultural and Social Affairs, which functions under the Council of Foreign Ministers. IRCICA implements its activities in accordance with these programs. IRCICA's first Director General was Professor Dr. Doğan Kuban, succeeded in this post by Professor Dr. Ekmelettin İhsanoğlu and Dr. Halit Eren. The Centre's current Director General is Professor Dr. Mahmut Erol Kılıç. IRCICA started its activities in 1980 in headquarters allocated by the Turkish government within the historical Yıldız Palace complex. The buildings named Seyir, Çit, Yerevan and Sirahane within the Yıldız Palace were allocated for the centre's use over the years. IRCICA's headquarters were relocated in 2017 from Yıldız Palace to the buildings allocated to its use by the Presidency of the Republic of Turkey in the Bab-i Ali complex. The building, which was used as the Hazine-i Evrak State Archive during the Ottoman period, now houses the Directorate General. The 4 other buildings are allocated to the Research, Library and Archive, Administration and Finance, Information Technology departments. IRCICA's programme of activities is implemented by the Research and Publications and Library and Archive departments under the supervision of the Director General. Studies on the Holy Quran. IRCICA started its studies on the Holy Quran with research on the Mushafs, copies attributed to the period of the Caliph Othman bin Affan and located respectively in the Topkapı Palace Museum and the Manuscripts Library in Cairo. Studies were conducted on other early copies of the Holy Quran located in different cities around the world. IRCICA's publications include a bibliography covering the translations of the Holy Quran published in world languages, starting from the invention of the printing press until 2015. The Centre also published 3 bibliographies of translations in manuscript form. After the international conference it organised on the 1400th anniversary of the revelation of the Holy Quran, the centre continues to monitor the scholarly and educational activities taking place in the field of Quranic studies throughout the world. Islamic civilization and Muslim countries. The centre conducts research and publishing about the history of Islamic civilization and cultural interactions between peoples of different faiths. It encourages the progress of scholarly studies in these fields. IRCICA carries out these activities in cooperation with cultural institutions and universities in different countries within and outside the Muslim world. Subjects covered by its studies on Islamic civilization include the works of prominent Islamic scholars and philosophers having left their marks in the history of culture. Subjects covered by its studies on Islamic civilization include the works of prominent Islamic scholars and philosophers having left their marks in the history of culture. IRCICA also conducts research and holds conferences on cultural interactions between the Muslim world and other civilizations and publishes the outcomes of these activities. Cultural and architectural heritage. IRCICA is the subsidiary of the OIC in charge of research on cultural and architectural heritage in the Muslim world and preservation of the assets of this heritage. The mandate of IRCICA also includes the assessment, registering, study, restoration and conservation of Islamic cultural heritage properties around the world. The centre also organises congresses, exhibitions, training programmes and publications on various aspects of cultural heritage in cooperation with the General Secretariat, the Member States' institutions and international organisations. The Islamic Architectural Heritage Database, established with sponsorship from the Al Turath Islamic Heritage Foundation of Saudi Arabia, is being developed and expanded for the purpose of recording the architectural heritage properties of the Muslim world, particularly Al-Quds and Palestine, and strengthening awareness about them around the world. IRCICA conducts projects to promote international cooperation for the restoration and preservation of architectural and artistic heritage properties that are damaged, destroyed or under threat in regions of conflict. Islamic arts and handicrafts. IRCICA conducts research projects, organises symposia, exhibitions and training programs with the aim of preserving and promoting the traditional arts and handicrafts of the Muslim world. Within the framework of promoting the artistic heritage of Islamic civilization, the centre gives special importance to Islamic calligraphy on account of its central place among all Islamic arts. IRCICA has organised international calligraphy competitions every 3 years since 1986. Each round of the competition is dedicated to an eminent calligrapher who contributed to the development of this art. IRCICA's international calligraphy competition is conducted in 10 categories of styles, with the participation of thousands of calligraphers from around the world. It is a leading and prestigious event in its field. Training programs on calligraphy are organised at IRCICA's headquarters, in the member states and also online, leading to ijaza, that is, the licence to teach this art, presented by teacher to student at ceremonies held for the purpose.
IRCICA'ya müteşekkiriz.
The centre occasionally organises gatherings of artists from various regions of the Muslim world to encourage cultural interactions and cooperation among them. IRCICA tries to promote the traditional handicrafts of the Muslim world by facilitating access of artisans' products to international platforms. The centre's publications on Islamic arts include reference books in various languages, calligraphy exercise books and catalogues of award-winning works in its competitions. Winners' works in IRCICA's calligraphy competitions organised over the years have formed a valuable collection, which IRCICA preserves with utmost care. The centre frequently gives public view to samples from this collection by holding exhibitions in different countries. Library and Archive. IRCICA Library is one of the leading special libraries of the world in the fields of Islamic history and civilization. The library serves users from around the world with its collection specialised in history, geography, religion, science, philosophy, architecture and literature within the wide framework of Islamic culture and civilization. IRCICA's library collection contains 90,000 volumes of books, 22,000 volumes of periodicals, along with maps, grey literature, manuscripts, off-prints and visual materials. The collection is expanding with new acquisitions, donations and exchanges. The archive of IRCICA contains 21 volumes of early Ottoman prints from Müteferrika's press, 5,504 titles of works in Ottoman Turkish, and a complete collection of the newspaper Takvimi Vekai, along with other rare periodicals and about 500 manuscript works. Farabi Digital Library, established by IRCICA, allows access to users from a single interface and permits synchronization of operations with other libraries. A large number of works have been digitalized and made available through the Farabi Digital Library, which continues to be expanded. The optical character recognition (OCR) facility provided to users of the digital archive allows conversion of printed texts into electronic copies operable in Word formats. The OCR system for Arabic script, which was applicable to Arabic, Persian and Urdu only, has been adapted by IRCICA to the Ottoman language, allowing word search in Ottoman language texts. IRCICA Library also has the mission to preserve the works that are part of the written cultural heritage of OIC member states. In this connection, it organises training programmes on the restoration and preservation of old books, manuscripts and archived documents, which are attended by experts from the member states.
We are a great family here in IRCICA. We are coming from different backgrounds, from Sub-Saharan Africa, from North Africa, from Middle East, from Central Asia, from Anatolia, from many different Muslim countries. Many researchers, many academicians from different fields in architecture, art and calligraphy, and also historians are working together here, and we are producing valuable contributions to the human heritage in past and present, and I hope in future, inshallah.